Hey buddies, hope you're well and missed me during these 2 weeks. I'm sorry, I got super busy with one of my projects I have been working on for 5 years and it's mostly based on JavaScript. Anyways, so today we'll learn JavaScript. Let's call it JS. It's a programming language. Wait a minute, did I say language? Well, what language is? In general, a language is something via which we can communicate with others who understand the same language. For example, English, Hindi, German and French are some languages. If you want to talk to a person who understands Dutch, then you have to learn Dutch language. Similarly, if you want to talk to your computer and wants your computer to do what you want your computer to do, then you must learn some programming language. Like in English, you have consonants and vowels. Similarly, you have some literals and keywords in a programming language. Using these letters of English, you can make your word make sentences, sentences make a paragraph make lessons, and lessons make a book. Similarly, using keywords and literals of a programming language, you can make your variables and constants. These variables and constants make a statement, statements make a function, functions make a program, and programs make a software. Let's start with JavaScript today. So, JavaScript is a lightweight programming language which is gaining super popularity in market. It is no doubt very easy to implement because it is integrated with HTML. You don't need to buy any license for it because it has open standards. When I say open standards, it doesn't mean it is open source. JavaScript is the most popular programming language in the world, and that makes it a programmer's great choice. These days, you must have heard that companies are looking for mean stack and mun stack developers. That means if you learn JavaScript, you can easily upgrade your skills to learn its various frameworks and libraries like Angular, React, jQuery, Express, Wow, Node, and etc. There are tremendous applications of JavaScript, which I'm not going into detail. Let's jump into its programming with Hello World program. Here we are. So guys, I have already have my Visual Code Editor open. This is my favorite editor. You can use JavaScript coding anywhere in your editor. You can use Notepad, text editor, Dreamweaver, NetBeans, or whatever you like. My favorite editor is Visual Code, so I'm using this one. So this basic HTML structure you already aware about, and I have already opened this file here for sake of saving your time. This is there, and now I'm going to write my JavaScript thing. So in order to write JavaScript, the preferable approach is to write into the head section. So using these two tags, script language is equal to, language is equal to JavaScript. You can also ignore that because that's no more required, but many people are still using that. In old browser, we had to use this JavaScript attributes to tell my browser that the language written is JavaScript, and my browser has to interpret it accordingly. But now in latest browsers, in modern browsers, we just write script and the script tag. Let's give a insight about how we used to write in old browsers. So language is equal to JavaScript and type is equal to text JavaScript. That's it. Now you can write anything here, and what I'm doing, first of all, document.write. When I'm saying document.write, I'm telling my browser, I'm telling my JavaScript that this is my document, this is my HTML document, this everything is document, and I'm saying my JavaScript that in the document, I want to write hello world. Now let's see what happens. Going here, refreshing the page, and hello world is here, and let's see where my script has written hello world. Actually, I'm doing view page source, and nothing is here. Nothing is there. It's saying my own code own code here. Hey, someone told me that my font is very small, so let me increase my font size so that you see it better. And let me also increase font size here. I hope now you guys can see it better. Anyways, so back to this, hello world is here, and I click on view page source. Nothing is here. This is showing my same code what I wrote in my visual code, and my body is still empty, but hello world is still there. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm clicking on inspect element, right clicking it, and here I see that hello world is actually written inside the body. This is what the beauty of JavaScript is. My JavaScript is automatically finding it that where it has to write, it's finding that the body of the DOM is there, and hence it has typed hello world inside the body. Okay, so this is one thing. And other way of writing is, let's say you have an ID here, so I'm saying div ID is equal to behind methods, let's say, and this is empty. Now ID is here. I'm going here, refreshing my page. Div ID is of course here, but nothing is written inside it. So other way of writing it, I'm telling my JavaScript that I want to write something here. I want to type something here. I want to type something between this div, because this is an ID, and I want to type something inside this ID. So what I'm doing, there is a very simple method here, get element by ID. JavaScript is case sensitive, so you have to mind it about the things. You do not make any case mistakes. If there is any case mistakes, you'll be seeing error, and how you will see error, I'm going to tell you just right now. So just type here get element by ID, and my ID is this behind methods. This when my ID has been picked by my document, then it is treated as an object. Now object is having certain properties. What the objects are, how they are behaving, that's a long story, so I'm not covering into this practical section. For now, just understand that get element by ID. With this thing, I can pick this thing. Okay, and this spelling must match, and dot inner HTML is a property, and welcome to the web developer JS session. Now see the magic very carefully. I'm going here, refreshing my page, and I'm expecting something to be written here, but nothing has come. Nothing has come. This is still open, so what I'm doing, I'm clicking on console, and I can see my error is here. This error. Do you see this error? Type error, cannot set property inner HTML of null. That means my JavaScript has not found this ID. Why it has not found? It's already there. Now I'm telling you, this JavaScript is there on the top, but the ID is on the line number 10. And the JavaScript is starting from line number 5 to line number 7, and this ID is here. So in order to help my JavaScript to find this ID, what I am doing, I'm just cutting this code. I'm just cutting this code and pasting it just above the body tag. Going here, and I'm refreshing my page, and it has come. That's how. So if you see something error, if there is an error, you can easily see in the console itself. And there is one more way of writing your things in JavaScript. Use alert hello world. So when I'm saying alert hello world, let's see what happens. I'm refreshing my page, and hello world has come. You can also use window.alert. By default, you don't need to write window, because it is understood by browser that we are saying alert in the window itself. So I'm just saying alert. Another way of writing is using console.log. So when I'm saying console.log, let me say something here, hello world again. so that you know what's happening. I'm refreshing my page and nothing is here, but something has written in console. Something has been written in console. So why we use console? Sometimes when we do some coding in live website and we have to test something, we cannot prompt on live website, we cannot prompt alert messages, we cannot use document.write, and nor we cannot have id to display our error messages. In that case we use console, because normal person doesn't know that console is something. It's only we web developers know that console is something that can help us to troubleshoot the things. Anyways, so this is console, and now you know 4 ways of writing your code in 4 ways of writing, 4 ways of displaying JavaScript code on your page using inner HTML property of a ID, document.get element by ID, and using document.write, using alert, and using console.log. You can refer all these methods by playing again and again the same video, and please make sure make your notes. Okay, so this is one thing. And sometimes what happens, I don't want to refresh my browser all the time for making any change. I don't want to make my browser to refresh all the time. So the easiest way we generally do, even I do most of the time, to check if my JavaScript is behaving the same way what I'm expecting my JavaScript code to do. So I simply write here, right here into the console thing itself of the browser. So say console.log hello Ankush, and let's see what happens. This has typed hello Ankush, and what I'm doing, document.write, let's say hello Ankush, and let's say what happens. It has typed hello Ankush, and also I can say alert hello Ankush. That's it, an alert message has also come. So this way you can quickly see where you want to type and how you want to do that. One more thing I want to tell you, this JavaScript file is here, we have used here in the HTML itself, but there's a drawback of this approach. All of it, if there is very small code of JavaScript, you can write into your HTML page itself, but if you have a lot of JavaScript, I advise you to write in an external file. So I'm copying this code, going here, and this time I'm adding one more attribute here, console my.js file.js, and this thing I don't want. I'm just my.js file.js. I'm creating one more file here. I go here, this is my file, and my.js file.js, and inside this JS file I don't have to use I don't need to use any script things, because this is my JS file set. The extension of JavaScript file is .js, mind it, and that is very important for JavaScript files to be executed. So hello world again, this is what I have typed in here. Let me go here, type exclamation mark, so that you know that this has come from this file, my JS file. So I'm going here on my page, reloading it, and see hello world again, and this has come from my this file. You go here, you can also click on this, and your file will be opened. This is your file, and this way you can either write your code inside your HTML file, or you can write your code in a independent JavaScript file. But what is the advantage of having independent JavaScript file, you must ask me. Well, the advantage of having an independent JavaScript file, browser maintain a cache. So if your code is written into an external JavaScript file like this, then your browser will store your JavaScript file into its cache, and next time when someone opens the same page, it need not to reload the same file again and again, and this will count into the performance of your page. So that's why it is advisable to write your JavaScript code when it is very long in an independent file. Okay, so few more things before we close this session. Few more things. JavaScript is having certain keywords. and I have added all those keyword description into the description section of this video. You can take a note for all those keywords and few things here. I'm going into the file itself, and let us talk about few things. For example, if you want to write comment, this is single line comment, and if you want to type multiple line comments, you can write in this thing, multiple line comment. What is comment? Comment is something that is not passed by your programming language. So sometimes you create a logic, or you need to know that what is this logic, what this logic is doing, and in that case we usually write our comment so that if someone else is seeing our code, or even you see your code after a month or a year, you will know by reading your comments that this thing has been done because of that thing. Anyways, so comments plays a very important role in any programming language. Make sure to write proper comments. Whatever you do, make your habit, because this is going to save your life. I'm deleting this thing now, and let's take a few variables where using where keyword you can take the name of your variable, and using let as well you can take the name of your variable. Let a is equal to 10 and let b is equal to 20, and what I'm doing, alert a plus b. Now let's see what happens. I'm going here, and a plus b is 30, everyone knows that. And similarly, let me say it, one thing is where and other thing is where. Let's see what happens. Same thing is here, no change. One thing, both are where. Refreshing my page, same thing is here. So this out, and also let's say console.log, and now this has come here, as you can see, into the log. And now document dot write a plus b in the document dot write, it has come into the document. And now someone says you that what is the output of this thing, a plus b, or you want to know, you also want to know the product of it. So we go here, and just simply in your console itself you can multiply it and see what happens. This has come 10 into 20 is this 200. So 200 has come, but previous 30 is also there, so that is why you see 3200. But let me display this time into the alert box, so you know that this thing is different. The 200 is here, and likewise you can also find the product of it, or you can also find the difference of it, and this is minus 10, and so on. Now I'm giving you one task for you. Find simple interest of a given principle. I hope you already know about simple interest formula, but I'm telling you, simple interest is equal to principal into rate of interest into time, and divided by 100, that is PRT upon 100. Everyone knows about it, and this is one task. Another task for you is find the area of a sphere. Area of a sphere is equal to side into side, and what else? Find the area of a circle. Area of a circle is equal to pi into r into r. That is pi r square. So I'm not going to all these formulas. Take a reference of your mathematics book, try to pick some examples and try to solve with the help of your JavaScript. And in order to take variables, use let or where. Take the meaningful name of your variables, and few things for variables. You cannot use keywords while defining your variables. The keywords I have already provided you into the description of this video, so take a note of that. Another thing, you cannot use any special characters. For example, you cannot use a times, you cannot use a ampersand, you cannot use a bracket, etc. But you can use a underscore, or maybe you can say first name. This is a valid name, all right. But you cannot say this is a wrong variable in JavaScript. You cannot use minus or hyphen, but you can use underscore. You can also use dollar. You can also use dollar. Only these special characters you can use, dollar or underscore. And also you can use capital K, uppercase, lowercase, or whatever. That's all your call. You can also add numbers here, first name 1 or first name 10 or whatever. That's all up to you. So these are few things you have to keep in your mind while declaring variables. So I wish you good luck, and if you have any questions, any concerns, please do ask me into the comment box of this video, and I'll be happy to provide you solutions as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Good luck. Happy learning. Stay safe from COVID. Thank you. Bye bye.